All right, Dave Palumbo here. I am going to Periscope on a Saturday night. I should be going to see the movie Creed, the 7th installment in the Rocky series. But instead I am doing some troop transports here. As like to say, I'm moving fish from one tank to another, except if you look at the tank, these fish are very big fish. Now I moved one previous already. I'm going to move this other big Oscar here into the tank upstairs. I moved his buddy up there and he made a complete mess. So I figure that it's probably a good idea if I Periscope this, because you never know what can happen, and you know, Amanda feels that it's funny. I don't, because I'm soaked with water and I'm cleaning up water constantly. So I got my bucket here with my net. Okay.
Not to interrupt.
Oh, I just splashed fish water in my eye and I can't see. I'm blind. I can't see.
Heather Dees just came in. How funny. We were just talking.
Yeah,
about
we were
you,
just
Heather.
talking about Utah people, Heather. I have some good boa constrictor breeder friends in Utah, and their the wife is a hairdresser, just like you. Around here. All right, here we go. So I got my net, I got my bucket here. I got to get that fish in this net into this bucket without making a huge mess.
Dave likes to spill water is the problem.
I don't like it. It just happens. All right. The net's big enough, luckily. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this albino white Oscar. We're going to get him upstairs to a bigger tank. He's outgrowing this tank a little bit. All right. The key is, once you get him in the net, that's not the hardest part. They're very powerful fish. Whoa, whoa. So once you get him in the net, he's not going to want to come out of the tank. See, this guy knows it's because he saw his friend already get it. And you don't want these guys to damage themselves. That's the real issue. So you got to be very patient. You cannot let the fish get you stressed out. You got to control the fish, which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. All right, come on, buddy. Water everywhere. We haven't even got him out of the tank yet. And then we got to put him upstairs in the upstairs tank. That's even
There
bigger.
you go. Just get him. Come on.
All right, I got him in the net. Right, here we go. He's going to splash when we get him out of the water. That's a given.
No, just cover it. Cover it.
Wow. You think I know what I was doing? All right. That's one transfer. We have water everywhere. Now we got to get him upstairs, and I got to get him in the net. He's still in the net, in the bucket. All right, we got to transfer him upstairs. This might be more challenging now. This is a little more challenging, guys, because invariably when he gets into the water, he's going to splash.
Turn the light on and back of you.
Unless I might have. I think it's going to be worse. Unless I've tired him out. Isn't that making it worse? I think the lighting situation is going to be worse. You don't want light behind you. Okay.
It's still pretty dark.
Here we go. I got him up. He's up. He's in. Wow. I must have tired him out. I got everyone all psyched up like he was going to make a big deal, and he didn't do anything. Which I'll take, because the other one made a complete mess of everything. There's water all over my floor. All right, now I got to get another fish out of here who I think is sick. He's going downstairs, so let's get him out.
Right?
Yeah. See, he's got like a little bulge inside of him. He's not going to be happy. I don't.
Let people see what you're talking
All
about.
right, well, we'll see him when we get him. See, he's got a big. I thought he was pregnant at first. I thought she was pregnant, but look, now they're all protecting each other. Whoa! No one wants to come out. Okay. Whoa. Maybe he's just constipated, and all this movement will get him to go to the bathroom. Either that or have a heart attack. I don't even know if this. I don't know if this is interesting to anyone. But so if you don't find it interesting, you guys could just tune out. All right, here we go. Whoa! Man, almost got wet. All right, we got him. We're gonna move him downstairs. I look like an expert doing this, Amanda. I gotta be honest with you. I wanted to look more like a buffoon because I figured people would enjoy it more.
Well, the first time you did, you got water all over the place.
Yeah, I think I learned from experience. Put him downstairs here.
There's Jedi. See, in the baby room. We got the furniture.
Whoa. Water everywhere. Alright, now I'm gonna get this water out there. I'm gonna put the water from that tank in here. I'm using too much of the same water. I gotta get these little fish out, which seem like they might be easier, but they're not. The less water you put in these buckets, the better. The more water, the more splashing. Let's see if we can get these guys out in one piece. Whoa. See, they're not gonna go gently. Got the $1 silver dollar. This is the easy one. All right.
Why so many fish tanks? Because he's OCD.
Because I have to have one of everything. It's like having, every anabolic steroid. You don't want to just try one or two. You got to have them all. Whoa. Did he jump out? No. You would think with a small tank it would be easier, but it's not for some reason. Because I think the small fish are harder to get in the net.
Any idea what I can do for inflamed shoulders?
Arthrolize 5 pills twice a day with some unflavored gelatin packets. You can pick that up at the supermarket. And what you do with the unflavored gelatin is you put them in your protein shakes. They don't taste like anything, but that collagen is going to give your body the raw materials to repair the joint connective tissue. If you're a steroid-using athlete, you can try some Decadurabolin. That's always good at 200 milligrams a week, rather. That'll help. Okay. Not good for the wood floors. Let's see.
You're taking all of them out of there?
Yes, I'm taking them all. I'm putting them in the living room tank now. We're transferring. We're making troop movements today. Look at this guy. He's really fighting this, putting up a storm. They know how to stay out of the way, too. This guy is pretty smart. Did you look at him? I don't even know how he's getting away from the net. This is a big net. Small fish. Look, he dug right in the sand. And all that sand now is going into the filter, which is going to clog the filter, which means I'm going to have to clean the filter later.
He lives in Europe. When can he buy it? Where can he buy it?
Arthrolyze? We sell it in Italy. John Enrico Pica, V-Power sells it. Predator Nutrition sells it in England, UK. Or you can order it directly from speciesnutrition.com and use the coupon code AP25 and you'll get 25% off. So that's my best suggestion. Now where is that fish I was just going to scoop? We should get the cat to come here and help us out.
Jedi's in a box right now.
Right. One more fish to go. That Oscar we took out is not very happy. I didn't acclimate him right either. So don't do this at home. I did this the total wrong way, by the way. Just for everyone watching.
That might be the tumor right there.
Yeah. Where the hell's...
Are you sure you don't have them all out?
I didn't get the big guy, did I? Whoa, they're jumping. I got flying fish here. No, I only have 2. I only have 3. I got one more. Who's hiding in this place? There he is at the top. This guy's not happy. He's going to love his new tank. I don't know why he's fighting me. He's going to love his new tank.
I don't even see where he is.
He's here. He's on the other side now.
Oh, it's the black one.
He's got good camouflage. Come on. Okay, we got him. We got him. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pour him into the other...
You're going to clean up the water?
No, I'm not cleaning up right now. I'm on Periscope. Come on.
Jedi.
Does the chef clean up while it's cooking? Absolutely not. Now, you don't want to do this. In reality, you don't want to just pour the fish in there because you really want to acclimate them. They'll probably... If they were little fish, they would probably die.
Hopefully that shark doesn't eat him.
No, I think we're all right, we got 2 more fish to transfer, but I gotta get a towel. Saturday night at the Palumbo house.
Dave, are you a cop?
Cop?
No.
Are you gay?
I am not gay.
Are you gay? I am not a cop, no.
I'm not part of that.
Never been part of the police force, as far as I know it. I might have been made a honorary member by George Farrar, however. Look, now my shirt's wet. The water just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I'm trying to fix this filter head here. Okay. We just went to the diner. I had that 6 ounces of salmon, I had coleslaw. I had a big, huge salad with tomatoes and cucumbers on it. I had matzo ball soup. I had 2 huge matzo balls. And I had penne pasta with spinach sauteed on it and broccoli with a lot of garlic on it. So I'm going to stink probably for 2 days now from that. But it was freaking delicious, I'll tell you that much. And then I ended it off with a fruit plate at the good old East Bay Diner. Can't go wrong there.
They're saying no iron debate this week?
Next week. This coming week we will have Iron Debate. I don't know who's going to be on it. We challenged Matt Meinrod to come on Iron Debate and debate Chris Aceto, but we haven't heard back from him.
You got water up there.
There's water everywhere. Look, just to give you an idea of how much splashing is going on, there's water up here. Okay. We got 2 more fish to put into this.
Jedi.
We go back to the room, get the 2 more fish, and then we will clean up the water after that. These guys are definitely going to put up a fight too, I know it. I know it. I'm going to have to do water changes on all
Need
these
Jimmy
things.
the Bull back again.
Jimmy the Bull. Jimmy the Bull will come back. He's back. He's back and he's feeling better about himself, I think, and so.
The dogs are sleeping. There's 3 of them.
Okay. Here we go. These are, if you saw the big Oscars from before, these are smaller Oscars we've been growing up. These are long-tailed, they call lyre tail or veil tail Oscars, and we're gonna put them in that bigger tank in the living room, and they're gonna get huge in there.
Any word from Jeff, the producer, after he didn't show up?
No, I was actually looking for Jeff. I was at the gym today where Jeff trains, and I was looking for Jeff, the producer. I was going to ask him how come he didn't show up to the 100th anniversary special, and he wasn't there. So I think he's hiding out from me. I think he's feeling a little inadequate from not coming, but I could be wrong. Maybe he doesn't give a shit. The first one's always the easy one. It's after that it's hard, because then the second one kind of figures out what happened to the first one, and he gets a little nervous. So
George arrested him, he said.
George arrested him. Yeah, he might have. I got to put an APB ad on him.
Jedi's very entertained.
Yeah, Jedi likes this. Jedi likes anything with fish and water, and if you can combine the 2, you're even better. All right, this guy's gonna. I think what happens is they tire out after a while. That's what happened to the other one in the living room. I think this guy's getting a little tired too. My netting skills from back in the day when I worked at Petland Discounts are not as keen as they used to be. Matter of fact, I hate scooping fish out. This is like the one thing I really don't enjoy. Because my shoulder hurts and I get frustrated. I want to beat the fish up because and I slip on the water on the wood floor. I hurt myself, so not good. And this tank's harder because the net's too long and. Look, jumped right out of the net. Did you see that? This is the wrong net. As my dad would say, I have the wrong equipment. I have the wrong equipment to do the shot because this net is too long and it's not letting me get in there.
Any chance Aaron or PJ will be a guest on Heavy Muscle Radio in the future?
I invited Aaron to come on the 100th anniversary. He declined politely. So, I guess he had something better to do that day. He said he did watch it, though.
Was Amanda a bodybuilder too?
Amanda won the USA Championships in 2005, the overall bodybuilding, so she's better than I am. Come on! Got him.
Jedi is very entertained.
I'm absolutely exhausted from doing that. There's so much water on the floor, you cannot believe it. I know you guys can't really see it. It's like
well, it's really all
it's like a tsunami hit this place. All right. They're not happy.
It's the best supplement to support kidney health.
I sell a product at DavePalumbo.com called Kidney Stuff. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many bodybuilders whose kidney function has improved by tenfold from using this. So if you go to davepalumbo.com and you buy kidney stuff, get at least 2 months of it. You do 8 weeks of it, follow the directions. It's like a tasteless shake, basically. You gulp it down. I mix it with my Fiberlize every night. And you'll see your creatinine go right down. Clean up your kidneys, no problem.
Is it normal to have a headache while dieting?
If your blood sugar is low, it is. I don't know what kind of diet you're following, but it is certainly possible. Given the fact that, you know, when your blood sugar plummets, the first thing that happens is your brain goes dead. And when your brain goes dead, a lot of times you get a headache. A lot of times when you just start a diet, you'll get a headache too. Also, one thing I didn't know is if you're taking clenbuterol, clenbuterol can definitely give you a headache. And it's a vicious headache too.
Are you on TRT? I gotta interrupt because I'm gonna forget the questions.
I am not on TRT right now. Believe it or not, for over a year now, I have been clean, 100%. I needed to do that to get Amanda pregnant. I am on nothing right now. So this is 100% clean. And I only eat, and Amanda can verify this with a yay or nay, I eat 2 meals a day. Literally, I eat twice a day. That's it. And I've been cycling, and I've been...
He's negative calories at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm definitely below calories what I should be eating. But you know what? I feel good, and I don't care. So
I don't even think you eat 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah, I don't know. I have big meals, though. My 2 meals are pretty big meals.
And whatever happened to Sally Ann and Brian?
Sally Ann quit for unknown reasons. And then, of course, you know, because they were together, I had to let Brian go because conflict of interest. So, but I do like both of them still to this day. You know, I wish I could be friends with them. They, for some reason, are mad at me. I don't know why. Like I said, she quit on me. But hey, like I said, I still love her, and I still like Brian. No hard feelings. All right, so we transferred these fish. They got beat up. You see that guy? He got really beat up. I should probably put a little water conditioner in there. Called the slime coat. When they scrape their fins up, you gotta support the slime coat. Because the slime coat is like their protection. The slime coat on a fish is like the probiotic bacteria in our colon protect our colon. The slime coat protects the outer coating of the fish. So there's stuff we can add to the water. It adds a little extra coat in there, and it'll help them heal up. You can even put a little bit of kosher salt in the water, believe it or not, sea salt or aquarium salt, and that'll do the trick as well. So
I think you're making Bella nervous over there. She won't
Bella, one of my cat dogs, does not like when I do water. Doesn't like when I do water changes, not at all. Doesn't enjoy it.
Completely hiding.
Yeah, she doesn't enjoy it. I should put her on the couch. Come on, Belle. Bella's my oldest dog. She's, what is she now, 13? Or big more. Come on, Belly. Come on. You can go on the couch. She got bad joints. I got her on Arthritis too. She'll lay on the couch. This way she feels safe up there. Right, Belly? That's right. So this tank is transferred. But now we gotta let the new fish out. We get the new fish. We gotta show people the new fish. Is anyone still hanging in there and listening to me? They must have some interest in aquarium fish because I haven't really talked about anything else. Although I have been answering questions about bodybuilding stuff. This is like an Ask Dave, an impromptu Ask Dave segment. All right. Oh, I gotta get the ladder. Actually, I don't need the ladder. Now we're going to transfer the new fish we got. We got a whole bunch of new ones. You don't want to put...
Any arowanas?
You know what? The arowanas at the office. We got the really big albino silver arowana at the office. You guys, if you watch any of my monster fish videos that I put up on my monster fish site on YouTube, you can see the arowanas. They're pretty cool. I was going to get a red one from him, but I think the guy was a scam. I never got back to him. All right. Now, when you put new fish in, this water that came from the fish store is nasty water. This is like the water you take a dump in. You don't want to put that into the fish tank, so you put a little water in here. They're acclimated now. The temperature has been assimilated because they've been floating in the water. So I pour them into my net now.
Matt loves your fish tanks, and they also want to know how long is the arowana?
The arowana is over 2 feet now. Okay, now I'm going to take these fish, and they're going to go in here. I think we should put a few in the turtle tank too, right? I'll save 2 for the turtle tank. So I got 2. We're going to go into the other room. The turtle tank is actually, they're kind of asleep now. But
For how long should I take Arthritis? I got a little inflammation on my right shoulder.
To be honest with you, let's go over what happens when you take Arthrize. The joints have no raw materials to repair themselves. When we eat, post-workout nutrition or throughout the day, we don't eat ligaments, tendons, and cartilage. We only eat protein. We eat the meat part. That will repair your skeletal muscle, but nothing we're eating and consuming is going to give your body the raw materials to repair joint and connective tissue. Because remember, in the gym, you're wearing that down too. The cartilage and the ligaments and tendons are getting damaged. So, you need to take those basic raw materials. Arthrolyze is the raw materials, the glucosamine, the MSM, the chondroitin, the boron. So the answer to your question is you really should take it all the time. As long as you're going to train hard, you should take a high potency 4,000 milligrams per day of glucosamine and 4,000 milligrams per day of MSM every single day. I do it. If you do that, you'll never have joint problems. I have joint problems already. By taking that, it kind of keeps my joints from getting worse. But in the short run, you should certainly run it for at least 4 to 8 weeks, minimum.
What are your thoughts on MCT oil?
I think MCT oil is a waste, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're going to consume a fat, you might as well consume something that's essential to the diet. So fish oil, primrose oil, macadamia nut oil, which is a monounsaturated fat. Not technically essential, but a very useful fat in the body. Good for heart health, good metabolic fat. MCTs are just energy. It's kind of a waste. It doesn't do anything. They can't be incorporated into the cell membranes of muscle cells, so they can't be used to repair muscle. They don't make hormones. They're just energy. So to me, it's a waste. They're not bad for you, but they're just not going to do anything in terms of good stuff in the body. If I'm going to consume fat in my diet, I want something that my body can use and can make it healthier and can make it repair itself better, out of the gym. So to me, I don't really like that. Coconut oil is technically an MCT fat, and it's a lot of people use it. It's a good fat, but once again, not essential. I also find it's very strong. It has a very strong taste, and it kind of sullies the taste of everything else you mix it with. So
Saying, well, there's a lot of hype around MCT oil.
yeah, because it's cheap. That's why. If you'll notice, there's a pattern. Anything that's cheap to make in our industry, people will push. Branched chain amino acids, very cheap to make. Push, push, push. You got to use these. Intra-workout shakes. Anything with carbs is cheap. Push, push, push. You got to have that. Pre-workouts. Most pre-workouts on the market, especially the ones that are proprietary formulas, are mostly just caffeine. There's nothing else in there. Push, push, push. A lot of profit on that. So always, when people are pushing something, think about, well, what's the science behind it? If you don't know what the science behind it or why you're taking it, then you're probably just wasting your money and you're making some company a lot of profit. And that's the sad but honest truth about our industry. The products that most people don't buy are the ones they really need. Everyone should be on like a product like V-Mineralize that I sell. It's a multivitamin, multi-mineral. Everyone should be on an essential fatty acid supplement like Omega-Lyze that contains fish oil, evening primrose oil. These are essential components to a diet. A fiber supplement. If you're not using a fiber supplement, a multivitamin, multi-mineral, and an essential fatty acid supplement, you are missing the 3 most important supplements that you could possibly put into your body. Once you got those 3 covered, anything else is icing on the cake after that. Okay, no one ever built extra muscle from doing a pre-workout, okay? But they have built extra muscle from consuming a fatty acid supplement, essential fatty acid supplement.
You're saying like On It, that Joe Rogan is producing? I don't know what that is.
What about it? What about the Joe Rogan
I guess that's
podcast?
I don't know who it is.
I like Joe Rogan.
He's producing maybe it's a proprietary blend. I don't know.
Oh, he's got his own little.
That's what they're saying.
Well, yeah, he probably sold out too because he wants to make money.
And then Matt says that his wife uses the mac oil to fry her chicken.
I do that too.
And she loves it.
You can make great chicken cutlets with that. Let me tell you. 4 angelfish going in now. These guys will get nice and big in here if they survive. They're a little small. We got the catfish. These are Amanda loves all these.
He's pitching On It brand. Tell him to bend with the knees. Oh.
Me?
You should be bending with your knees.
After you bike for 12 miles, 3 days in a row, you won't be bending from your knees so much. There we go. I have a bad quad too. Don't forget. Oh man, these things didn't come out. Anyway. This is Amanda's favorite fish right here. The ugly ducklings, the catfish. Let's see if we can get them to come out. They suck all the algae up. They stick in the bag. There we go.
Yeah, those are nice looking.
Last bag, we got the platies, tuxedo platies.
Those might be the best fish that you got.
You like them here?
He's already sucking to the tank.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They suck. That's what they do. All right, last one here.
Plecos.
Those are actually bushy nose. They're not plecos. The plecos, this is a discus fish tank, and the discus fish, the plecos will suck on the discus fish and kill them, but the bushy nose won't. All right, I'm going to save a couple for the turtle tank. Let's see if I can.
Will George ever come on Iron Debate?
Never.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't think Blackman will let him, to be honest with you.
Oh, he's still under contract, isn't he?
Yeah.
He can't come on Iron Debate.
Should I put all these fish in here? I don't remember, because I wanted to put 2 females and a male. I don't know what I got in there. Is it a female? Female?
I thought you were going to put those in the turtle tank.
I was going to put a couple in there. I was going to put 2 in there, but I got to see what sex they are.
He said it would be really funny.
I'd love to get him on, to be honest with you, but I don't think he would do it, to be honest with you.
He's not going to be allowed to do it.
That's a male. Maybe I have the 2 males here. I don't know.
Why cut back? What happened to Akeem?
Akeem is working with Muscle Meds. They offered him a very nice contract. I told him, you're crazy if you don't take it. A lot of money. Akeem has bills to pay. I'm still working with him on his diet, and we have a good team going. And I think next year is going to be a big year for him. I really think he's going to win a big pro show next year. That's my prediction.
And he'll be at Bros vs. Pros next week.
He will be at Bros vs. Pros next week. Absolutely. Defending his title.
Amanda and Dave are going to be great parents. You must be so excited.
We are. It really hasn't sunk in, though, yet. I think once he's born, it'll sink in. I'm looking for that one.
We're too busy for it to sink in.
I see 2 of them. I know I put 3 in there. Do you see the other one? The platy? There's 2 right there. I don't know where the other guy is. Maybe I should just let them all in here.
Should I?
I think these
What are you doing?
Jedi thinks he's helping.
Jedi's in the bag. Is Dave ever coming to Switzerland?
Will Switzerland let me come here? That's the question. Probably. I'm grounded for now. I can't fly anywhere. I can't go anywhere. You know, we have the baby coming up in about 6 weeks, so we're not traveling anywhere. However, there's definitely some plans on the horizon. I don't know how it's going to be to travel with a baby, but we're going to find out, because we might be going to Hawaii in June, and we have a possible Utah trip planned, believe it or not.
They're saying, congratulations. Have you thought of the name for the baby boy?
I think we're going to call him Logan. That sounds like, right now that's the prevailing pick. I seem to like it, Amanda seems to like it, so hey, if we both agree, it's a good name. All right, let's see what else we got here going on. All right. Clean some water up. All right, final questions, guys, because all the fish have been put in their respective tanks. And we're going to end this Periscope. Not too many disasters. I was going to do water changes on the tanks, but I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Because I think we got too much. I think there's too much recycling here.
Where did the gains gone? Is what you're being asked.
Where's the what?
I don't know. Where did the gains gone? The question didn't really make sense. These are albino red-eared slider turtles. Logan, beautiful. Loves it from Portugal.
Isn't it? It's very late. It's got to be like 2, 3 in the morning in Portugal, doesn't it? What the hell are you guys still doing up? Watching Periscope? Are you guys laying in bed? Must be.
How often do you do water changes per tank?
Once a week, ideally, is perfect. The breeders do them every day. But this is not what I do for a living, so it takes me long enough to do. We have 14 fish tanks, so, and then we have 2 at work, and I have one of them is a 600 gallon, so it takes a long time. But it's therapeutic for me. I think, and I come up with all my crazy ideas while I'm doing the fish tank. So, and I scream, and I get all my frustrations out. I get water over. I yell. I bang my foot. You know, I do think it's a stress reliever for me, and that's why I do it. But you know, we have different. The snakes take a long time too. We'll have to do a Periscope of me cleaning the snake tanks. But All right, let's wrap this thing up, Amanda.
It says 3 a.m. there, by the way.
I knew it had to be like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. Do they have daylight savings then? I don't know if they have daylight savings. There's water in places that I don't even know how it got to be honest with you.
How much do you change? A quarter or half a tank?
Anywhere from a quarter to a half, depending on how dirty the tank is. Ideally, about a third is about right. They say a quarter, but when you have big fish, you got to do a little bit more because they produce a lot of waste. This tank right here now with the new fish in it, which actually looks really good, actually. Close that light behind you, man. Let me see what it looks like with the light up. That's pretty cool. Let me show this stuff. This tank is looking pretty hot, I got to tell you. Pretty good. I think everyone's going to get along here if they live from the shock of me just throwing them in there. This tank, you take about a third of the water out, I would say, every time I change it.
Why no snakes at home?
To be honest, we have no room, to be honest with you. Because the office, I like to keep the snakes quarantined over there because if they get out in the house, there's too many places to go. I have mammals in the house. Snakes like to eat mammals. Mammals like to eat kill snakes. Not a good mixture. So if I did keep them in the house, I'd have to have a separate part of the house. And right now I don't have that. I'm renting downstairs to Johnny Korean Styles. So we're not going to keep them here. But ideally, somewhere in the near future, if I ever move, if we ever move the operation down to Florida or something like that, I'd like to have a separate snake part of the house, or maybe even a separate outdoor unit like the guest house or something like that. Just for the snakes. Where I can control the temperature and everything I got to do. That's the dream. We haven't got to that stage yet. But guys, thanks for watching Periscope. Hopefully I answered your questions and you got to look at me and watch with amusement as I get water all over me and change the fish tanks here. It is Saturday night at the end of November. See you next Periscope.